Sat Nam. Happy summer. My name is Mahandraj Kaur. It's been a while since we had a lighthouse report, and there's a lot going on. What I want to talk about is Venus and Jupiter and Kundalini yoga. I really want us to align our sadhana and our get-togethers and our classes with what is up right now. So we have been seeing Jupiter and Venus dancing in the sky, and they've been dancing in Venus. And it's interesting to me that they have had some overlaps where they actually formed an energy that was the Star of Bethlehem, the Christ consciousness coming onto the planet. And this aligns with what we started with the Aquarian age and this Kundalini path in December 2012 on the 21st. The dawning, the end of the cusp of Aquarius and the dawning of the age. And then at the end of last month, the Star of Bethlehem, bringing in this energy that once was laid all on the feet of this little baby that would become the Jesus Christ, is now in the heart of every man. Last week we had that star energy with the crescent moon, that it's almost like the goddess was holding the energy. And this summer is going to ramp it up because it's been kind of fun and celebratory, although it has been fiery. So there may have been some conflicts and things that needed to drop away. Has been fired up with Leo in Jupiter and Venus. But now Venus is going retrograde. She's sitting back, she's turning reverse, and she's in Virgo. And Jupiter is going to follow her on August 11th. And what does this mean? What's coming up is old story, an old paradigm that really needs to change. The idea of Virgo is the virgin, the pure, the pureness. And sometimes in our mind, we get this idea of the virgin birth. But I want us to kind of let that go and think more about where that word came from, and even the ancient wisdom of the Tarot. When you look at the Empress, you know, she's in this flowing robe, she's childlike, she's queen-like, she is a priestess, and yet she is so delicious. And she's birthing not only children, love, new consciousness. So the word virgin doesn't mean I'll never have sex with anybody and give birth to something. It's about procreating with what? Pure choice. It's about when the goddess, and that's in men and women, when she is aligned to the highest, she chooses. She chooses what to create, what is pure, what is supposed to come through. So there's going to be a big surge of energy on you to make the purest choice, and to let go of the dogma and to let go of the old stories. So we kind of need to like move out of where we have been constricted in thinking that there is no sexuality. There is, and there is creativity, and there is pure choice. And when it is aligned with the soul, we can trust it. So we want to use our Kundalini practice to really be grounded. I cannot stress enough to have Sat Kriya. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. We really need to ground this summer into our wombs for women and into our grounded activity as men. Get those sit bones on the ground, sit on your heels, and hold the energy of light. Ground it into your being and into your sadhana. If you have never done 31 minutes of something, I really want you to either reach out to me or Mahandraj Singh. There are probably 6 to 8 things that would be monumental. But everybody, let's make it a promise to do at least 3 minutes of Sat Kriya. I would love everyone to do 11 or 31. That's my wish. Because Sat Nam, right? Sat Nam. We're bringing in the truth and we're grounding it into our nature. And this is the summer of Virgo, the virgin. But it's not like, oh, I'm not going to be touched. No. It's about pure awareness, pure choice, that makes the purest creation that will serve humanity, serve ourselves, create something beautiful. Having said that, as many of you know, the avatar who has shown the way for me is Mary Magdalene. This is her time. You know, she came in when that dawning of the Aquarius was happening at the December 21st, 2012. This is her time. She's so perfect as far as a goddess who has been misunderstood and questioned. Is she a whore? Is she his wife? Is she a disciple? The most important thing we need to remember that out of all of his disciples, back in a time where only really men were honored, did he give the most esoteric teachings to Peter? No. To John? No. He gave them to a woman. That's the most important. Do I think they were married? Yeah. Do I think that she was the love of his life? Yeah. But not in a way we could understand. Most of their training was done apart. Most of their work was done apart. They were so evolved that the love they had was a twin flame. It was like, we are going to come together and birth a consciousness. We don't get to have all the bells and whistles of what looks like a happy marriage. But what we do have is a love of God and soul. And that is the presence that is on the planet right now. And as we go through the conflicts this summer, because Saturn is going to be squaring the sun and Jupiter and Venus. I'm not an astrologer. I can't even, what I want us to focus though is the dance of Venus and Jupiter have switched into a much more earthy dynamic energy. And it's time for you to figure out what has to go in order for you to live in the dynamics of your creation, because that's what the goddess wants. She wants you to create what you are destined to. Why did you come? And that's what we need to get in touch with this summer. And so the Magdalene is a huge archetype right now because she fights, she's like us. She fights through, people not thinking she's worthy and people thinking she's a prostitute when really she's a holy priestess and all of that kind of thing. But notice, there is no argument. It makes me think of one of my favorite teachers, Stuart Wilde. Do not defend. Do not. So what's up for you? Don't rationalize it. Don't tell your kids, mom needs to do. Do not defend. Magdalene, for me, is what aligned me to Kundalini Yoga, because Yogi Bhajan said, be the lighthouse. And Magdalene means the tower of light. We are moving into an era of the Magdalene, of Yogi Bhajan's teachings. We are forklifting out the blocks so we can be the Magdalene, the lighthouse, the tower of light. So I ask you to increase the power of your service, and most importantly, your sadhana. Sat Kriya is really important. Everybody keep up with the addiction meditation, right? Sat, ta, na, ma, gazing at the third eye. It'll help you not be addicted to your old story. At least 3 minutes. Honestly, I'd rather you be doing right now 6 minutes of addiction meditation. You're ready. Stop acting like you're not. Yes, your sadhana is going to take an hour, hour and a half. Get up earlier. You're fine. We are gearing up for this energy of the Virgin, men and women. And let's go over it again. What does that mean? Pure choice for creation. Pure choice for creating the very best in life. It is your choice. So you want to have a pure vessel and a pure mind. Step up your sadhana. Come to Kundalini Yoga. This is the time. Right here, right now. So let's do a little meditation together, okay? Shall we? We're just going to do a sweet little mix, okay? Bring your hands into Jupiter. We're going to go into Sat Kriya. Guys have the leftover, gals have the leftover, the thumb and right for the men. Hands up, gaze up, together. Sit. Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Squeezing Mulban, letting the energy ground into your being. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Open up your hands. Sat Nam. Bring your hands into your heart. Now is the time to ground Sat Nam into your life, the truth of your being. You came here to be you. That's what's up this summer. And it might be a little rocky, but we're in it together. And it is all for your greatest good and all for Sat Nam. I love you. I'm here for you. Sat Nam.